This will work on your Toyota FJ Cruisers, your Tacomas, and your 4Runners with the 4.0 liter engine V6. And what I did is I changed out the AC compressor clutch. All right, there's part of it. This is the very front. So let's see. This is how it sits. Let me get rid of this. I'll tell you about this tool right here that I used. Amazing little tool. Okay, so this is how it sits. It goes like this, and this sits in there like that. Okay. So what's in here is basically a coil. It's a copper coil, and when it gets energized, it actually pulls this into here, and this actually, because this pulley is always turning, right? The fan belt is always turning this pulley, right? When you energize this coil, it pulls this pulley in and actually starts turning the shaft on the compressor. And what happens after time, and what I think happened to this, is that this coil develops an open circuit. So even though it's getting a signal, it won't pull this in and allow your compressor to turn and give you AC. So what was happening on this particular Toyota is that they would be driving, they come to well, it was actually very intermittent. They could be at a stop sign or a stoplight, it would stop working. Typically when they're going down the road it worked, but whenever they stopped at idle, when they're idling, 20-30 miles down the road, it would stop working. The AC would stop working. And Toyota actually sells this as a kit, the clutch assembly and the magnet. 88410-35430. Picked this up from my local Toyota dealership. Comes with everything you need. Another thing, two other things you're going to need. You have some shims. These shims actually go right here. So if you imagine this is the very outer one, right? These shims go right inside here, all right, and give you a little bit of space. So if there was 2, 3, or 1 shim in there, when you took it out, make sure you put those shims, those number amount of shims back in. Okay. You're gonna need one of these snap rings. This one sits on the most outer one, which actually be right here, right? Part number for that, 90099-07065. This one is very easy to get out. Very easy. Sits right here. Okay. The other clip you're going to need is this one right here. This one is a pain in the ass, bro. Part number for that is 90099-07114 for those of you who cannot read. Alright, this one was a pain to get. This one sits and holds the coil in place. This one sits right back in here. You can actually see the marks right there that I caused when I was trying to get this one out. So I replaced both of these snap rings. One thing I need to tell you though, is when you're doing this, make sure you have a great snap ring plier set. Okay? I picked mine up from Harbor Freight. Alright, it's an Icon. I'll put a link, actually all links, I'll put all the links down in the description below to all these tools. But it comes with all the pliers you could use to get this out, okay? And the ones that I used to do it were these straight ones, right? This is for the one that holds the coil in place. And then a 90-degree one. And here's the ones I got out to get the very first snap ring. Alright, so this one was the one I used to get the very first snap ring out, which held this in place. Very easy to get out. And these, which are buried down here, like that, I had to come in straight in and pull these out. This took me about an hour. It was pretty easy to get out. It took me about an hour to get back in. And I was getting so frustrated. And actually, so if this is the vehicle, right? If this is the front of the vehicle, my head, this was my head. My head was sitting up here, and my hands were straight up, working on it, all right, at a 90-degree angle, if that helps anybody you. And another key thing to remember is that you have to open these rings, these snap rings, a lot farther than expected to get it back on, okay? You have to open them up a lot to get them back into place. And as I did it, I put my thumb, I was going around the shaft, right? Then I put this in, and as I push this down, as I was putting it into place, I use my thumb here to coax that down into place as well. So it's a whole operation, and it's only like a one-man job because 2 guys couldn't get in there to do it. I mean, you could get a buddy or a friend to take turns at and to throw tools at, because that's how frustrating this thing can be. Alright, it's also beveled on the outside. One side isn't. One side's nice and flat. You guys can see that. The other side is beveled. The flat part goes towards the magnet. Goes like that, okay? Beveled part faces out towards you. Flat part goes inside and gets locked in. Okay? Another thing that I had to have help with is this. Actually, the pulley itself was stuck there on the shaft. And what I did, ran down to AutoZone, did some research online, found this pulley puller, right? And it fit just perfect into these teeth. Let me show you that real quick. Okay, so you tighten it up here, the bottom. I just did this finger tight when I was doing it. Then you center this, and you're able to get it in and out. All right, this tool saved me because I thought about using a 3-prong one, but it would have made it way too long, and it would have hit the fan, or the radiator fan shroud, and it also would have hit the fan itself. So this tool, picked it up from AutoZone. It's the power built universal pulley puller kit. The number is 648443. You can actually rent this. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but this was a lifesaver because I could not get this pulley off. I tried and tried. Tried getting a pry bar behind it, like right here, but I really couldn't get any good leverage. And the AC line was right here, and you don't want to rip that AC line apart. All right. Let's see, one more thing. So there's a 10mm bolt that holds this on the very front, right? This is very easy to come off once I get that 10mm, once I got the 10mm bolt out. But it kept on wanting to turn on me. So what I had to do was just get a screwdriver, right? And I stuck it through one of the holes near this section, noon, 3, 6, about the 7 o'clock position right here. And I was able to get this to, I believe it sat on the outer case of the AC compressor. And I was able to stop it from turning and then get the bolt loose. It's not, the bolt isn't on there tight. You just have to stop this from turning to be able to get the bolt free. All right. So that's about it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Like I said, make sure you have a great or really good snap ring pliers set with you when you do this. One straight on, one in a 90-degree angle. Make sure you also have a pulley puller if you need it. Like I said, the 3-prong one wasn't going to work for me, so this is a lifesaver. And it also comes with different jaws you can put in. More narrow jaws. See, right here. And you can actually put these in. If you're trying to grab something a little bit smaller or more narrow, a pulley more narrow. I was hoping it'd fit right in here, but it's just a little bit too small, like 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters too small to fit right in there. But there you go, guys. This is on your Toyota V6 4.0 liter. I'll put up what vehicles this covers right now. I saw a lot of videos where guys were pulling this off. With just, they just grab it and pull it right off. That's nice. And they get the nut out with this, and they pull it right off. That's real nice too. I had to block mine from turning to get it to go right. So there you guys go. If this has helped you out, if this has helped you guys save money, please consider subscribing to Bundys Garage, and I will talk to you guys later.